I practiced before I came. That's a lie. Start over. I feel like I'm like, right? Like, hi, I'm Andrew David Sotomayor. If you call me Soto, I won't be shocked. And this is my story. I'm a music director and a composer-lyricist. That's a tough one. I would say I'm most known for being one of 3 productions of 50 Shades running at the same time. I would say I'm most proud of, there was one moment where I was music directing on a cruise ship in the Mediterranean. A show that I had written was being performed in Florida. A new show that I had written for Concordia College was being read, and there were people singing a mass that I wrote at a Catholic church in New York. And at one point, I was making music all over the world, and that was a very special moment for me. Well, I started piano when I was 8 years old, and when I was about 13, my father said, "You've been playing for long enough, you should start writing songs." So I did, and he told me my first one was terrible and told me to try again, and I've been trying ever since. As far as music directing goes, I was acting, and a woman named Leanne Fairs said, "I think you should be my assistant music director on this project. I think that's something you should look at doing." And I started doing that at 18, and I never stopped. Now, I'm actually going into the studio tomorrow. I'm recording a 5-song EP of some new music that I've just written. And I'm gearing up for a production of Committed, which was a musical I wrote 4 years ago. We're doing that for a theater festival in New York. I usually do my best work at my home office. It's usually very early in the morning. I like to work when the city's pretty quiet, which is hard, but I find I'm most creative early in the morning, right after my workout. I would say I battle with self-doubt on a daily basis, sometimes an hourly basis, and for me the best way to silence my inner critic is to look at the teams that I'm working with, because I trust the people I work with implicitly. I know they're brilliant. I love their aesthetic. That's why I'm working with them. I want to learn from them. And if they believe I can finish what I've set out to do, then it must be true. Whether or not I believe it, they do, so I have to. It's funny you asked that. That's why I started this whole recording project. I need to give myself an occasion to rise to. So if I feel like I'm blocked for this particular situation, I hired an engineer, I hired musicians that I love and trust, and I knew that I had to give them charts worthy of their time. And I created 5 songs for them to play for that occasion. It was while I was working on Curvy Widow, which just closed last October. I was working with Wayne Barker, and we were doing previews at the George Street production before we moved to New York. And he asked me, he's like, "So do you wait for the whole cast before you move on to the next section in the music, or do you just go where the music tells you?" And I told him, I wait. I check in with everybody. I want to make sure we move together. And he was like, "Go where the music tells you and trust that everyone here is a musician, and you lead them like that. If you go where the music tells you and it's authentic, everyone will follow. It'll just be natural." And it was revelatory for me. 2 rules. 1, work really, really hard, and 2, always choose to be a kind and generous human being. You can see my website that was beautifully put together by Tony Howell. The easiest way is soto.fun. Find me there. As soon as I launched the website, 4 new clients reached out to me, and a lot of my people I've worked with before have commented personally that they've been waiting for something as well put together, as beautifully organized, and as professional looking as I've had from me for a long time. So they're very proud that I took that step to have that made. A lot of people need an outside perspective as to the best way to present themselves. It's really hard to see the forest for the trees when you're trying to present yourself in a clean and viable manner, and you provide a great outside perspective to culling all of the information of what somebody could be into something that's digestible. That's what you did for me. Every day, ask yourself what would happen if you tried your hardest. Dream big and just try stuff. Be reckless. Recklessly believe in yourself. Just go for it. Because why not? You could be living in New York having a wonderful life. This is delicious.